You know, we're never really alone, even though sometimes it feels alone, that we're alone. And right now, during this strange time, there are people that are actually physically alone, but you're never alone. A person is never alone. Especially a Jewish person should never feel alone, because we always know that Hashem, our Creator, is with us. I was talking to a friend a couple of days ago, and he told me an amazing story. His father lives in New York. His mother's no longer alive. And his father is the patriarch of the family. And every year on Pesach, for Passover, the entire family would gather together. And my friend's father would have all of his children and all of his grandchildren. And together they would celebrate Pesach every year for years and years and years. This year, of course, everything was different, because there was no gathering and he was going to be on his own for Passover. And he was nervous about it. The night before the Seder, a friend of his called and said, listen, I just want to tell you something. I know you're going to be by yourself for Pesach, for Passover, but you should know you're never really alone. No one's ever alone, because you always have Hashem, your God, your Creator, with you. So my friend told me that after Pesach, he called his father and said, Abba, how did it go? How was the Seder? Were you okay? You were all by yourself. And his father said, by myself? I wasn't by myself. So my friend Yehuda said, what are you talking about, Abba? You said you were by yourself. He said, no, I wasn't by myself. I had great company, and it was the best Passover I ever had. So he said, well, who was there with you, Abba? And he said, well, it was just me and Hashem, me and my Creator together. And he said, wow, that's amazing. And my friend's father told him that his Passover Seder ended at 2:30 in the morning, just him and Hashem. So we have to understand that as Jews, we're never alone. We always have Hashem with us. And I think it's very important. The great spiritual masters, the Hasidic masters, used to designate time daily. It was called hitbodedut, alone time, just time between them and Hashem, where they could be alone either in nature or in a quiet space and speak and converse and have a conversation directly with God. It's called personal prayer. I'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow, but just remember, as Jews, we are never alone. Have a great day.